go.
Despite what you do, who you are, just stay true when you grind and go hard.
I'm a real go-getter, put Columbia on the map.
If you think I'm playing, yeah, you think I'm playing. Cause I'ma go hard and I'ma do it for my street.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Tribe44 Podcast, presented to you by United Citizens Bank of Southern Kentucky. It's a bank to come home to because it's locally owned and operated. UCB provides the best in customer-first care in Adair County. United Citizens Bank, we do it all right here. Quite literally today, Clay, because for the show's intents and purposes, I am your host, Will Rich, and I am joined by Clay Turner, our fearless leader, and we are actually in the conference room.
Yep, UCB headquarters.
At United Citizens Bank. So we quite literally do it all right here. This is our draft special, and we've told you that we were going to be doing some summer specials, but we have never been seen before. We try to hide in the darkness inside our basements, and when maximum cover. Okay.
It's a mask.
Oh, okay. Mask. Yep. Okay. Yes, we're trying to stay hidden from you. You shouldn't know what we look like. We have faces for radio, not video. But here we are. We've got our draft special for you today, and Clay, I'm excited about it.
I am too. A dream job I would have was actually be a GM for a sports team. So this is kind of my test. This is going to be my, if I ever apply for Oklahoma City Thunder, have one, be I've already done one draft.
Oh, so you're going to put this on your resume?
100%.
Put my number down there,
and
we will get that taken care of. Let's talk about the game really quick. Some of the plans that we have moving forward, because we're kind of planning this as we go.
That's how we do it.
This is how it's getting planned.
That's how we do it.
So the game is July the 16th
at 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock
Central Time
at John Burr Memorial Gymnasium. That takes a lot for me to say the word memorial, So 6 o'clock, we're going to get this draft underway. We're going to get that done. Some of the things that's going to happen, we've got Mimi's Shaved Ice doing concessions.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they were there last year. They do an awesome job. They have more than Shaved Ice. They've got a new food truck. It's not that camper anymore. They've got a new one. It kind of looks like a log cabin.
I've actually never had it, but at first I didn't know they had anything besides the Shaved Ice.
So our thing last year was the first time that you had ever seen anything.
Well, that's true.
Other than
But
you didn't eat it last year?
I didn't eat it last year.
I
was actually kind of nervous.
It's just between me and you that we didn't eat it.
That's our secret.
It's not because it wasn't good. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it was. The lines were crazy big, weren't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, but they know what to expect this time.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome. Other than that, we're going to try to have some things for the kids at the halftime. And for the kids.
It's like the people that say, I went to the Walmart. There's just one Walmart in the United States.
On the Walmart, on the Facebook, and the Kroger's. Yeah. But we're going to have some things for the kids at halftime. We're putting Seth in charge of that. Seth is not with us today. He is at a Filipino Hawaiian restaurant in Florida right now as we speak. I don't know what it's called or what to expect or what kind of food poisoning he's going to get from that, but that's where he is today. He's kind of in charge of – he doesn't know that. We're just volunteering.
He's the smartest one in the group, so
he's smarter than us.
Yeah.
He pretty much anything that comes out of our mouths that's smart in interviews, it's because Seth told us to ask it.
Yeah.
Other than that, so he's going to be in charge of that. We'll have like a 3-point shootout, maybe a game of knockout or something at halftime of that. But what you're coming to see is the game itself, and we've got a really awesome lineup. Clay has worked really hard to get the names and the people behind the names, hopefully, on this list so that we can draft it out and get that going. All of the money is going to the local animal shelters. We've talked to Haley Martin, and she says that was a big passion of Blake's, and so that we're going to do their wishes and continue that and give some money to our local animal shelters. Last year we raised $5,000 for the Asher and Avery Education Fund. It was a huge success. Hopefully we can do it bigger and better this year, and that donation will be made in the name of Blake Martin. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to raise some money, donate some money in Blake's honor and his name, and hopefully do him justice. I think he would have loved something like this.
He would have. He would not playing, but honestly, just even watching, he would just love to be there.
Yeah,
because he followed Adair County sports his whole life, and the fact that
and if he played, he would shoot at least 30 times.
Yeah, probably. He would get buckets.
He would make 20 of them.
Yeah, he would get buckets.
Yeah, but some of these people wouldn't play because he would have shot so many times, and that would have been all right.
True.
But we're not video people, Clay. We're used to Seth coming in
Just
and,
be like, hey,
and fixing our problems.
I'm going to take Corbin to the bed. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, so we don't know really what to do without Seth, but here we are. So we're going to get the draft underway. That's what we're here to do today, and what you're watching for, hopefully, unless it's to look at Clay.
Then
we learned in the Tyler Knight episode that you have a nice butt.
Yeah,
So
nice
don't
butt
show
number
that,
2.
Don't show that today or your number 2. We're just going to focus on the draft today. So you pick the coach first, and we talked beforehand. You pick the coach. I will pick the first player.
Yes.
So you go ahead and name who your coach is going to be, and then I'll name
my
mine.
coach is the head coach, DERON Breeze.
So you've got Coach DERON Breeze.
Coach DERON Breeze.
And I'm going to
coach of my team.
And I'm going to pit him against. You made a mistake, because I have played for my coach in a student faculty game. And let me tell you something. He takes it serious. Coach Daniel HEDGES will be my head coach.
Former roomies.
Yeah, former roommates pitted against each other at all odds. Daniel HEDGES. And so my team name is now the Fighting Hedges. Okay? So just know that moving forward, and be afraid in I guess you can be afraid in fear. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know other words to say there. So with the first pick in what year is it? 2022?
It is the 20. Yep, crazy
in
enough.
the 2022 Blake Martin Memorial Alumni Game Draft. I might surprise some people here. I'm going with the top scorer from last year's game and floor general Nick Fudge. Been to the state tournament twice. Been on the all-state tournament team. Did he make an all-region?
He's made multiple all-region.
Multiple all-regions.
And I can tell you this from seeing him play in the past year, the past couple weeks, the kid can still play. He, the day we're drafting, he turned 32. And, a lot of times NBA players, 32 years old, they're still really good. That's Nick. Most 32-year-olds around here, though, they're not in their prime.
Most 26-year-olds around here are out of their prime.
Once I turned like 13, I was out of my prime.
Are you nervous with the cameras? Because the cameras add 10 pounds. I'm really nervous. I drink a protein shake.
This is bulk season, so I'm ready for it.
So you're bulking. You're bulking in the.
Yeah.
You bulk in the summer.
I don't know anything I've been bulking.
We need to ask G. G lives in your basement.
Yep, he lives in my basement. He knows all about bulk season.
Yeah, so the first pick, Nick Fudge, actually works at United Citizens Bank. And that first pick, even though he works at United Citizens Bank, that first pick was brought to you by Downey Eye Clinic. Downey has been the leader of optometry services in Adair County since 1981, and they are committed to providing the best personalized eye care possible for the people of Columbia. I went there the other day. Jacob got my exam done in like 10 minutes, and 45 minutes later I left. So it was awesome. It was great. Great conversation. Talked about Adair County athletics. It was great. A great time. You sign up for more than the eye exam when you go to Downey Eye Clinic. So that's why that first pick was brought to you by them. Go ahead, Clay, with your first pick.
My first pick, looking at the players, there's a lot of good players to choose from, but for me, this first pick's pretty easy. I'm going to go with Mr. KALEN KIMBERLAND, fifth region player of the year his senior year. He's currently a Lindsey Wilson College basketball assistant, and at Lindsey, he was an NAIA All-American. He is a great player. He still can play, and I'm really excited for him to be the main guy on my team.
Did he play professionally there for a little while?
I think he
played on
did.
One of those, like out of Bowling Green or something like that. He played a little pro ball.
Yeah, and the thing about KALEN I like too is, which Nick also is a good defender, but KALEN can also be a good defensive player, because my team, I'm going to try to build a lot of. This is 2022. I'm going to have a lot of positionless basketball. A lot of guys who can switch. You've got a plan. I've got a plan.
I have no plan.
I have a plan, and if it doesn't work, then, well, I'm screwed. But it's okay.
So plan versus no plan. But you have DERON Breeze, and I have Daniel HEDGES. And he came upon a gate.
He did come upon a gate.
That was awesome. Coach HEDGES texts me, and he says, "Don't expect me to come to many practices."
I think that's how he does normally. So, I mean, he's on the right track.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. Don't take that and run with it. I don't know if that's true. That's just Clay hearsay, and Clay talks out of his head sometimes.
Yep, I do.
Okay, so it's my turn. I'm going, KALEN, I really thought long and hard about picking KALEN with the first pick, but I had to go.
He was MVP last year.
Nick Fudge was, I had to go. Of course, that was given by Mike Curry.
That, you know.
So, now we'll take it.
Yeah.
He scored 20 last year.
It's 6 threes.
6 threes? That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going with a teammate of his with my second pick. And this pick is going to be brought to you by Jeffrey's Hardware. It's known to have what you need for your next project. They've got Milwaukee Power Tools, Porter Paint. They've got it all. Rental Center. I did it again, Clay. Rental Center. Go see the guys at Jeffrey's, the friendly hardware store. And Laura. Don't just see the guys. See Laura. She'll actually help you more than anybody else. And so this second pick is going to be Chris Lewis. Chris.
Speaking of Jeffrey's.
Is going to. Oh, hey. I know what I'm doing here, Clay. Chris is going to take this game more seriously than anybody else.
That's probably 100%
He is
true.
going to throw 37 elbows. He will make somebody mad before it's over.
That is, I've seen.
And that's why I'm picking him.
I've seen Lewis play also recently, and he always makes people mad in the first minute. So
that's what he's here to do. He's going to make you mad. He's going to hit you, and then he's going to score and talk trash about your grandma.
he also is still that little 12 to 15 foot jumper is still really
money.
good. Still money.
See, Clay's got an advantage here because he still sees these people play.
Yep, I have. I've seen most of these players, not all, but most of these I have seen in the past year at least.
So you've got a plan and you've been scouting.
I have been scouting.
I have no plan, no scouting.
Nick
and Chris have played together. So I feel like I've got a little advantage there that they've got some chemistry. And Chris also threatened me to make sure that they got to play together.
he did.
On the same team. So that pick was brought to you by Jeffrey's Hardware. And it was the only sponsored pick that I have left. So go ahead, Clay, with your next pick.
My next pick, I'm going to go with, actually this one's also easy for me. Someone that maybe not a lot of people even know who he is, but when he played he could score and he can still really score. It's Jordan Simpson. Jordan Simpson's about 6 foot, 6'1", shooting guard who can, if not one of the best shooters that are going to be playing. He's fast, he's athletic, and him and KALEN as a backcourt can be two guys who can shoot, two guys who can get to the rim, and two guys who are really good mid-range guys. You don't find that much, but two
and
really good
Jordan
mid-range guys.
contributed what will go down as the most controversial play
in alumni game history.
The alumni game history with the lane violation from the top of the key.
Yeah, at the 3-point line.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that.
But
won't be
that
discussed
official is not coming back this year, I don't think. He could show up. If he does, thank you for your service. But, yeah, so you've picked...
I've picked
KALEN
and Jordan Simpson.
Okay, so you've gone young here with the second pick, and he's getting up there.
Jordan is like 20, 21.
Oh, yeah.
That's really young compared to my age. So, like,
old.
y'all, I feel like they're...
Oh, yeah. You're past your prime now. Okay.
I've been past it for like 16 years.
12 years old was what
12,
got you.
after 12.
You should have invited me to that birthday party.
Yeah.
Okay, so with my next pick, I'm going really young. I'm going 1,000-point scorer, just graduated from high school, a big man. I'm filling the lane with Chris Lewis and Luke James.
Nice.
Kind of similar guys.
Nice.
I think I can play
Both
them
physical.
interchangeably. Luke likes to step out and shoot from long distance a little bit more than what Chris does, but I don't know that I want him to do that.
Yeah, Luke can knock down the three, and he's got a good mid-range, and he is physical. And, and he improved a crazy amount from his middle school years to his high school years.
Absolutely. Which he grew a lot.
He did. That helps.
He grew a lot. He's a big, strong kid. He's going to match up with whatever you've got with your plan. And I'm just going to go with somebody younger than you do. And he just got done playing, and he knows all of Coach Breeze's tricks.
He does. Yeah,
so
he has.
There's my
played for that
plan
many
for
years.
you. Go ahead, Clay.
My next pick is one guy who if I wanted anybody on my team, the way he played, I wanted this guy. Hunter CUNDIFF. He's a 6'2", 6'3" forward/guard. He can guard 1 through 4. He is a guy who will not have to have the ball a lot, but he just gets stuff done. He is, I'm not going to say the player, but I talked to a player on your team that you've already drafted, and he said he is his favorite player to play with. So that's what I got on my team. The ultimate team.
Drafted 3.
Yep.
You know
So,
who you are.
The ultimate teammate, and he's a guy that just makes winning plays. And I'm really excited about him on the team with KALEN and Jordan.
I just want to send this message to your team. Clay has one guy that he wants to play for him more than the rest of you. That should hurt your feelings. Okay, so I've gone with a theme. I didn't mean to, but based off of that pick, I'm sort of going to go with a theme here of guys that have played together. So I've got Fudge and Lewis. So I got Luke James. So now I'm going to go with another 1,000-point scorer, Lucas Pooler. I'm going to pick Lucas. With Nick on the ball, or with the ball, I'm going to run Lucas kind of as a wing guy. Well, Mr. Hedges is going to do all of this. I'm not doing anything. I'm just picking the guys. But I think this is what he'll do. Look, that gives me 2 guys that have run the point. I feel good about it. I've got Nick Fudge distributing and a bunch of scorers so far. And I'm going to get every rebound between.
Talking about the rebounding part, I will actually disagree with you on that because my next pick, this guy has probably gained, I'd say 60 to 70 pounds since high school, but unlike me, it's actually a good weight. Dylan Feast is my next pick. 6'4", about 240 now. He's playing tight end, I think, at Lindsay. I've seen him play a lot, and he is really good.
Is he at Lindsay?
I think he's playing at Lindsay, supposedly this next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news.
What do you know? Okay.
He can stretch the floor. He can, talk about switching on defense, he can really guard a lot of positions. He moves well for his size. And I feel like him versus Luke James, Luke tries to out-physical people, where Dylan's going to have a lot of weight on him. Dylan's big, and I think Dylan's going to be a really valuable pick at 4.
That is a good pick. You took my pick from me. Actually, that's what was my next choice. I was going to get every rebound at that point.
He's going all rebound.
You've got Jordan Simpson and KALEN Kimberlin and Dylan Feast all stretch the floor a little bit, and I'm kind of packed in. So I'm going to go. I'm kind of jumping some spots here, but I'm going to go with Aaron STEELE. Aaron is a good 3-point shooter, spreads the floor really nicely, going to give some of these guys a little bit more room to work inside on the interior, give Lucas a little bit more room to operate and drive to the lane. So that's going to be my guy. I'm hoping that he keeps up with the production of Jordan Simpson. That's kind of that's the mold
what
I'm
you're
trying
aiming
to go
for
with.
right there.
Yeah.
My next pick is I'm going to go with someone who is also 6'4", but he has grown like 2 or 3 inches since high school, and that is Kai Burton. Kai is another one that'll be able to guard probably 1 through 4. He can play guard for us. He can be on the wing. Kai is really, really long. He's a good athlete, and I could see him guarding point. I could see him guarding shooting guard, but he's the one. What I want to do, be able to switch every position, pick and rolls. He'll be perfect for that.
With your plan.
Yep, with my plan.
Okay. All right. I know who you want to be on your team with your plan, so I'm going to take him. So with my next pick, I'm going to go Jordan LASLEY.
I always like Jordan. Everything about him, doesn't have to score. Just goes out, plays great defense, passes.
And he's going to go out and guard whoever. And that's another person that gives me, on accident, that gives me now 3 point guards up to this point. And so I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good.
My next pick is going to be someone I played with myself growing up, played with in high school. Kyle Young, 6'3", wing guard. He can kind of play the 3, 4, whatever. Kyle's long. He
having
can
another
finish.
baby.
He is having another baby.
Congratulations.
But, yeah, so Kyle kind of goes with my plan of I'm trying to get as many 6'2", 6'3", 6'4 guys out, length. And Kyle can shoot a little bit as well. So I think he'll fit in perfectly with the team I have already.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go the opposite of your plan, and I'm going to keep going small. I'm going to keep it in the family. We've now become from, what did I say we were? The Fighting Hedges?
The Fighting Hedges.
Well, we're now the Fighting Fudges. I'm going to go with Matt Fudge with my next pick. Matt was a great player, went to region with the help of a great shot.
But shot by Ty Bennett. But yeah, Matt's had the all-time free throw percentage record for a season at Dare County. But
I'm going to tell him to go get fouled.
But he did shoot 2 last year and missed both. So the rumors are the cliff is here for him. The rumors are he's kind of like me. He may be.
No, here's what happened. he missed those, and now he's coming all year. What he's done,
he's been prepping,
is been working on his free throws, and so we're now the Fighting Fudgers.
Yep, you got both Fudge.
So now we have Mark on our side.
You do.
He would never endorse that.
He would not, but
he used to have a text machine until I let it expire.
My next pick is going to be, let's see, looking at my team, I need some scoring off the bench, someone who could shoot. Next pick is actually going to be Keith Sloan. He's one that sometimes people get better after high school, and I haven't seen Keith play in a year or two. He's one I actually haven't seen in a little bit. But the player he was 2 years ago versus high school is not even close. He's got bigger, he's got longer. He's 6'2", 6'3". He's pretty skinny, but he is so long. He's a lefty. He nice little 10-foot runner. And off the bench, I think Keith provides some scoring would be a great addition.
Okay. You've got every 6-foot person that we have.
Yeah, I'm going for – I got to have size.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with what we've got left here. I'm going to take Jake HIXSON. He's another one that has actually gotten better. He was a good high school player, but he's actually one of those that he's probably gotten a little more aggressive and a little bit better at scoring the ball since high school. He's played he was on our intramural team 1 year, wasn't he?
I think he
was. He?
No, I don't think he was actually.
Oh, well, I thought about it. Sorry, Jake. He didn't make the cut. We were good though.
We were good.
Y'all were good. But Jake, if I would have known that you were available, you would have been on my intramural team. Who was it? Who am I thinking of?
Alfie was on it for a bit.
Jordan Alfaro.
Yeah, Alfie was on it.
I'm thinking Niffley.
Yep.
Man.
We had a Niffley in.
There you go. Jake HIXSON, another one that's gotten better since high school, and he's going to make your team cry. Go ahead.
My next pick is going to be someone that really good friend of mine, but he really surprised me with his performance last year. Marshall Shelley.
Game of his life.
His 40-minute PER had Wilt Chamberlain-type numbers. So, he didn't play that many minutes, but his per 40, I mean, he'd have to be a top 5 draft pick since they're so big.
Let me tell you something. I'm talking about Marshall, and I have to say this. Last year and this year both, Mark would not coach because he's coached people from both teams. Yes. He doesn't want to coach against his own guys.
Yeah.
Last year, he wouldn't coach because he had Nick on one team
Matt
on the other. And John was very willing to coach last year
versus
against Marshall.
Yeah, he was totally okay with that.
Marshall made him pay. Okay. Another one I thought, we're kind of on the same page here because another one that I thought did pretty well with the minutes that he had last year, and another one that he might actually be a better player. He was on our intramural team, Justin Reeder.
Yeah, and he's now your family.
Yes, yeah.
It's a family pick.
Yes, we have to go with family over everything, Clay. That's my motto, So,
I would say Marshall Shelley is in my wedding. That's not a biased pick, but, probably
it's coming up, and we've got a surprise for you.
Probably should point that out there.
I can't tell you what it is. And it's kind of like that time I saw your parents at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, that we never discussed.
Go ahead.
My 9th pick is going to be, talking about Niffley, I got Noah POLSTON. Noah's a kid that after high school a lot of time got better. I haven't seen him play in a couple of years, but he's long, he's left-handed. I've noticed I like the lefties. I've got 2 of them. But scoring-wise, Noah can score. And as the 9th pick, if you find somebody who can score you 6-7 points in this game, I feel like that's a really good value pick.
Okay. We got 2 left. And this is no slight against these 2 people. It's just the way, me and Clay aren't very smart. So, Clay's smarter than I am. So, with my last pick, I am going to go with... I'm cheating. I'm going to go with Cameron MURRELL. According to our mystery caller, Craig Dean, that's Hair and Muscles.
Yeah.
So, that's my player with a good nickname, Hair and Muscles. Does he still have hair? I know he's still got muscles.
Yeah, I haven't seen Cameron in a while, but I think.
So your walking refrigerator is Dylan Feast. So my walking refrigerator is Cameron MURRELL. We're going to go with that.
Talk about nicknames. Last pick, I don't know, didn't Flatt have a nickname in?
Who are you talking to?
James Flatt.
Oh, I don't know.
I know they used to chant, "Flatt's your daddy."
Well, there you go.
So maybe,
you just gave away your pick.
Yeah, my last pick I'm good with. One of my favorite players growing up, James Flatt. He In high school, he could score mid-range. He could score driving to the rim. He could score from 3. He did everything that you wanted to do scoring-wise. He was, and the fact that I got him as the very last pick, I feel like, you know.
You got your favorite player last.
I mean, so yeah. I love my team.
Okay, so we've got the Fighting Daniel Hedges / Fighting Fudgers. My team, the winning team, Nick Fudge, Chris Lewis, Luke James, Lucas Pooler, Aaron Steele, Jordan LASLEY, Matt Fudge, Jake HIXSON, Justin Reeder, Cameron Murrell. Have your phones on you because Chris Lewis will be calling you within minutes of this video coming out, and you will have a practice that Coach Hedges will not be attending. And the Breezy Boys over here.
We got KALEN KIMBERLAND, Jordan Simpson, Hunter CUNDIFF, Kyle Burton, Dylan Feast, Kyle Young, Keith Sloan, Noah POLSTON, Marshall SHELLEY, and James FLATT. I'd like to point out my team is not one person under 6 foot. From 6 foot to 6'4".
So the plan of one person over 6 foot.
So the plan of going long worked out well for me there.
Now I got 2. Let's see. I got Chris and Luke. I'm just, you know what? I'm very pleased with my team. And if you're on my team, be happy because I want you all. And Clay only wanted Hunter CUNDIFF, and he had to pick others. So just know that you're wanted and you are well representing Adair County well. And if you're on Clay's team, you're on Clay's team.
Just know that you are going to have a very good team around you who can. We're going to be a team.
You're all tall.
We're trying not to give up more than 30 points.
And you have Coach Breeze. Well, Nick Fudge is going to score 20 by himself. That's
let's just say pick. We've got length to put on Nick.
No, it doesn't work.
We're going to put length on him.
It doesn't work on him. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you.
Kyle Burton's wingspan's apparently 7'2". No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Matt Fudge has been in the gym all year working on those 2 free throws that he missed last year. So hopefully Jordan gets another lane violation and my team is victorious in this. But either way, we have a lot of fun doing this. We've had a blast talking about it. If you've seen the list of players and wondered who will be the first pick and I picked the wrong person, you can fight Nick Fudge. I don't want to. But that's why I picked him. And KALEN KIMBERLAND was one of those that it was kind of a toss-up.
It was.
And it was. I didn't tell you before.
You didn't.
Beforehand, which I kept telling him I was going to pick one of the 2, but I did not tell him which one. I've already done all my sponsorships for this one, so thank you all so much for watching. We've got one more special coming out in July sometime. Clay doesn't even know about it yet, and that makes him really nervous, but we've got it in the works, and it's going to be awesome. So we always want to hear from you. If you have suggestions just like the show, or you just want to give us a shout out, we're on Twitter at Tribe44 Podcast, Instagram under the same handle. We have Facebook, as well as you can find us on the County Line. And thank you so much to the County Line and Alex Nickerson for getting this all together. If we would have done this video, it would have been a cell phone video.
Yeah, it'd been like the videos
me and Clay.
Yeah,
be like probably our nostrils.
Yeah, like the videos I take of myself playing Madden, and I have to do it 5 times just to get the correct
I have to
replay.
say this before we go, that my team's going to win because I have my lucky shirt on. This is my Lucky Brave shirt. I wore it during the World Series. I got it from Seth. Seth tried to pick me out the ugliest thing that he thought I would wear to make my wife mad. And Samantha doesn't know where I am right now, so we've been here for about an hour, and she's still looking for me, so that's always good. But that's going to be my luck charm, and we're going to do well. So thank you so much to the County Line. Thank you so much to Alex Nickerson. Thank you again to UCB for letting us use the facilities to film this. And Clay, if you don't have anything else, this has been the Tribe44 Podcast and Draft Special. So don't forget to hit subscribe on your preferred method of listening so you don't ever miss any content, and we will talk to y'all later. Thanks.
Let's go.
Despite what you do, who you are, just stay true when you grind and go hard.
I'm a real go-getter, put Columbia on the map.
If you think I'm playing, yeah, you think I'm playing, 'cause I'ma go hard and I'ma do it for my street.